What is going on, my fellow gamers? This is Cosmo, and I'm bringing you some gameplay on MW3. But that's not what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about a pretty big issue that I saw a big commentator talk about, but I've been thinking about this topic for a long time, but I really didn't want to indulge into it until recently when somebody commented on my video, and he kind of just brought that topic out of me, and I just wanted to get it out there. So what this topic is about is people hating the player versus the game. And I hate that because for instance, everybody gets upset when there's an issue and they're getting smacked by someone. Let's say someone's using, on this gameplay right now, I'm using the FMG9's Akimbo. People hate that, right? But at the same time, you can't hate me for it. It gets kills. It smacks people, it gets the job done. You can't be mad at me for using that. And that's that's like an overpowered gun in the game. So I'm gonna use it. If it gives me an advantage over the enemy, hey, why not use it, you know? And so people get angry over stuff like perks, like if you have like a killer perk setup, or if you have a killer kill streak or death streak, whatever it might be. Like for instance, people hate Final Stand, and me personally, I'm not a fan of Final Stand, but I have it on. Like whenever I get killed by Final Stand, it makes me super upset. I'm like, fuck, take that shit off, it's terrible. But I use it and it brings me back to it gives me kills, so that's why I do use it. Or Dead Man's Hand, sorry, I can't speak. And people hate using that, or people hate getting killed by that, but it gets kills for you. So you can't really be upset towards the gamer. The developer put it in there, so you can't be mad at me for using something of it. I'm exposing it, I'm using it, I'm utilizing it, and it makes me victorious over you. So you can't be upset about that. I mean, at times in games, I'm always gonna rage. Like if you play with me, I'm gonna be upset. Like if somebody's using like an overpowered gun, or if they're using BS kill streaks or something like that, I'm gonna always rage. Like that's just how I am. But at the end of the game, I'm not gonna be upset and be hostile towards you just because I know, hey, that's part of the game. Like I can't be upset about that. If a person uses those perks, hey, well, hey, he's taking advantage of it. And another thing, so for instance, if I'm playing in a game, right, and I'm destroying somebody, and at the end of the game, it just so happens that when I talk to this individual on the opposing team, they're just like, oh, you're not good at this game. You won't see me in MLG variant. You won't play me in that. I'm just like, yeah, I won't play that. Like, if I wanted to play that, I'd be playing that. I'm playing a public match for a reason. I enjoy the different aspects of this public match. I don't want to be constricted by different rules. So I don't know, it's just amazing to me how people brag about that. And another thing is like one-on-ones, like people are like, I don't really hear it anymore, but back on like MW2, when MW2 was big, people were bragging about, oh man, you won't 1v1 me if you beat him in a public match. I'm just like, that really doesn't prove anything. Like whenever you play somebody one-on-one, it doesn't prove much. But people always insisted on doing that just because they felt like that they would be superior in that aspect. But at the same time, like it didn't really make that big of a difference. Like you're getting upset about something that you have access to as well. You're acting like I have something that's just so superior, but you can use the same thing. You can use the same gun I'm using. You can use the same perks. You can use the same death streaks or kill streaks, whatever you want to use. So why are you getting upset about it? Like you can't blame me. You can't be hostile and create all this animosity towards myself. Like I'm playing the game. I'm playing what the developer gave me, and you can't be mad at a player for it. So that's pretty much the whole topic today. And like another thing, for instance, whenever this game came out, there was this one glitch where you can have infinite amount of like the prestige tokens, and if you took advantage of that glitch, you were penalized for that. And I never did it, but it was bullshit because they reset you. You had an insane amount of deaths, an insane amount of losses and your stats were just destroyed. And when that happened, like I had a few friends who did it, and I thought it was fucked up because you're gonna penalize somebody for a mistake that you had. Like I said, I love Call of Duty, but you can't do that. If you make a mistake, patch it, and that's it. Go forward. You can't go forward. You can't penalize somebody else for your mistakes. Like if you didn't catch that glitch, why are you gonna make somebody else suffer from it? You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. Like if there's a glitch in the game, if there's something that gives you a massive advantage, I would expose it. Like I would do it every time. If it's gonna get you the W, like hell yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I don't know. That's just my 2 cents on that matter. Now don't get me wrong. Like I was talking about like competitive players earlier. I have a huge amount of respect for competitive players, but like people who do MLG and stuff like that. But as far as like coming into a public match and then talking shit about trying to get me to play their type of gameplay, I'm just like, no, you stepped in here, you were on my type of territory, and I smacked you. Like you can't talk shit about that. You can't say, hey, you're bad at the game. I can't be that bad if I'm winning. But anyways, that's my rant for the day, I guess. But yeah. Let me know what you guys think about the topic about, using overpowered weapons, overpowered perks, and stuff like that, because it is pretty big in the community now, and a lot of people get upset about it. But at the end of the day, they have access to these things as well. So, anyways, talk to you later. Peace.